Games are often played for entertainment. They're played for fellowship. But most games, especially if you're playing with Martin Querin, are played as a competition. And I think a lot of you guys have that. The question is always presented when you are playing a game for competition, who is going to be the winner? What does it take to win? Well, winning takes a few things, and I'm going to talk to you about winning this morning. It takes talent and skill, and it takes preparation and opportunity. If you don't have any God-given talent, your skill will not be inspired. If you don't prepare for opportunity when it comes, you will misuse it. Dustin Hoffman had made a statement in an interview about his life that he was a roommate with an actor. I think it was, may have been Gene Hackman. They were roommates together, and Dustin Hoffman loved to play the piano. He wanted to be a jazz pianist very badly. And he spent all his time playing in jazz lounges and practicing the piano. He wanted to be so good at it. And he really did acting as a little side gig to get money. And he just kept it that way. But he really wanted to play jazz. He wanted to be a pianist. Well, his teacher one day put on some music and said to him, "That's great piano." And Dustin Hoffman recounts it, and he says, "And I wept as I heard the music, because I knew I could never play that way." And the professor looked at him and said, "You have skill, but you do not have any talent for playing the piano. You will practice a lifetime, and you'll just never be that incredible because it's not your talent. You're forcing a skill upon yourself that God never made you to do. But you're a pretty good actor. You might want to pursue that." So he did. Story has it, he went up north with Gene Hackman, and they did summer theater, and his acting career was born. And I recount that story to you because sometimes we try to push in an area that's not our area, and then no matter what we do, we can't win. Winning does not become easy for us. And this morning, I want you to think about what it is you're trying to push to do, and look at the things that perhaps God has gifted you to do. He's given you a natural talent to do, and pursue those things and prepare for those things, because God has opportunities all around you. And first and foremost, the greatest opportunity that we have is to serve the Lord. Hebrews 12 says something to us about this. Hebrews 12:2 says, let's look at Jesus, who is the author and the finisher of our faith, who for the joy that was set before him, he endured the cross, despising the shame, and he's now set down at the right hand of the throne of God. You see, when Jesus came to the earth, he left his robes behind. Although it might offend your faith and hurt your heart, he had no guarantee of getting them back. It could have been the biggest mistake that was ever made. Jesus came and he lived a sinless life so that he could not just go to heaven when it was all done. Not just so he could go to his Father and his Father would say, "I'm so pleased that you did that. I love you for that. It's a wonderful thing." Beyond that, he went so that he could sit at the right hand of God. Because sitting at the right hand of God is a position of intercession. And Isaiah speaks of the right hand of God. And then how Jesus is at the right hand of God and he's interceding. And that kind of intercession means that Jesus himself, in the midst of your trouble, if you're very still, if you're very quiet, if you really pay attention, you can hear him interceding for you. And the Bible says that Jesus just doesn't have a little Sunday go-to-meeting prayer. He doesn't have one of those shower prayers. He doesn't have one of those driving down the road prayers. He is in deep intercession, which means he has gone to war for you. He has gone to knock the devil's teeth in and to lift you up out of your battle. Those are his two main concerns, is to get rid of the enemy and lift you up. That's the kind of intercession that Jesus does because he has a right to do it. He sits at the right hand of God and he intercedes. And his intercession says, "Devil, stay away from that. That's mine. Blood-bought, that's my chosen vessel. You stay away. That belongs to me." And because he endured the pain of the cross, and because he arose victoriously from the tomb in the authority of his own blood and the power and the destiny of God upon him, because he did that, He's got a right to say, look at me, I sit at the right hand of God, and I can do whatever it is I am supposed to do. Eleanor Roosevelt said something. She said, if you prepare yourself, you will be able to grasp opportunity for broader experience when it appears. One's philosophy, she said, is not best expressed in words. It is expressed in the choices that we make. In the long run, we shape our lives and we shape ourselves. The process never ends, not until we die. And the choices we make are ultimately our own responsibility. The discipline to win comes upon us when we find ourselves flowing in the right opportunity that God has brought to us. If you're forcing and pushing something that's never going to work and you won't let go of it, it becomes a control issue because you want it to work and it's just clearly not going to. You need to allow the Lord to redefine you. We need to allow the Lord to reposition us to a place where he can be best glorified. Sometimes the thing is done. Sometimes the thing is over and you have got to walk on from it and ask the Lord to give you a winning spirit in the midst of it. To win means this. And think about this today, especially when your little teams are battling, and for those of you who are just coming for the food. To win means to overcome an adversary. That's what it is to win. You've overcome an adversary. To win further means you have succeeded. It means you have secured the victory. To win means you have achieved a gain by great effort. And this is what Jesus did. When you read the life of Jesus, there are certain disciplines that he followed, and we're going to get into those quickly this morning. Jesus led the life of a winner. He engaged in things and he succeeded at them. And Hebrews 12:2 tells us how he did it. He kept his eyes on us. Look at the verse again. Jesus, who is the author and the finisher of our faith, who, for the joy that was set before him, endured the cross. We were his joy. We were always set before him, and it's important that you remember in your Christian life and even in the life the Lord's given you here, Jesus kept his eyes on us, and that's how he succeeded. And if we do not keep our eyes on him, we will not succeed. Hebrews says we were on his mind. That's why he was successful. So if we're to be successful, we have to be looking at him. Not in our situations and not in our circumstances. Today, I hope that you can gain some tools by which to do that, even if you have your head stuck in the clothes in the closet, crying your little eyes out. Come out now, pull your head out. I did. Stand up, square your shoulders off. We're going to learn something. So it's not so bad. Jesus kept his eyes on you, and you keep your eyes on him.
When it's all been said and done, there is just one thing that matters. Did I do my best to live for truth? Did I live my